Hutton Orbital Spaceways would like to apologise for the late arrival of the inbound service from Sol. Grandchildren of the passengers originally waiting for the service are advised that boarding will commence from Banter. Travellers are advised not to keep their in-cabin sunbed switched on for the duration of the journey to the station for medical reasons. For those of you craving excitement during the journey to Hutton Orbital, Channel 16 has a live feed of grass growing in a field, and Channel 17 a live feed of rock withering away. On Channel 14, our classic audio story for the journey is War and Peace.
This is a public announcement. If you find a confused radio presenter aimlessly wandering the corridors, please return them to Studio 5 on the upper rotunda.
It appears that the circus has arrived in Alpha Centauri, and the residents of Alvin Prospect are being treated to a parade before the circus itself starts. Here comes the procession now. There are gaudily painted ships of all sizes and shapes gathering at the station, piloted by commanders with crazy hair and big red noses. I mean, really big, and really red. A clown ship appears, each panel painted a different colour. Suddenly bits start falling off, thruster panels, then engine covers and hatches all float off into the void, followed by other components, until there is just a commander in a flight chair. High above us we can see acrobats whirling their ships in eccentric patterns round one another, weaving intricate shapes with their contrails. An SRV appears from somewhere and drives along ship hulls at breakneck speed, using thrusters to leap from ship to ship in a wall of death-themed act of bravery. He's... Wait, no! He's missed his jump and gone flying off into one of the acrobats. And now they've collided. I can see their hull plates buckling. They really do fly without safety shields. The SRV is still intact and has been batted off towards the station. He's using his thrusters, but to limited effect. Oh no, he just hit one of the defence turrets. Every gun on the station has opened up now as auto-defence systems registered the crashing SRV as a missile. Every ship in the cavalcade is being torn to pieces and their contents spilled into the cold embrace of space. Oh, the humanity. It is quiet now. The guns have stopped, leaving a debris field floating between us and the station. The locals avert their eyes, traumatised and ashamed by the orgy of destruction they have just witnessed. The circus is over. There are no more clowns and... What? Really? False alarm, folks. Turned out it was just a normal hotbox event. Hutton Orbital Radio. This is not the station you're looking for.
You know, do you ever look along the parade at the inhabitants of Hutton and just suddenly get a sinking feeling? What happened to me today? I thought I was losing my faith in humanity, but it turns out it was just my mag boots playing up. Once I had adjusted the settings, things looked a lot brighter. That was the torch in my suit, so I adjusted flashlight settings too. I really need to get that suit into Eddie Lee Wise and Sons, plus his daughters, for a service. As I half hop, half drag my feet along towards Studio 6, with my flashlight signalling the word twat in Morse code to any and all passers-by, it strikes me that I'm not even the strangest person or even the strangest thing here tonight. There's a beluga load of pensioners in to use the loos while they're visiting the For the Mug beacon. I mean, they do have lavatories on their ship, but they insist on stopping off for a quick pee and a look around the station. I'm not complaining, they spend a lot in the gift shop. A matronly woman in a flight attendant uniform and a flat cap is using a border collie and a series of shrill whistles to round them up and turn them back in the direction of their ship. The floor mopping guy is scrubbing furiously at a stubborn, strangely brown stain near the lifts. His mop's just a blur, and I think he may wear through that deck plate at this rate. The AI chess tournament has descended into a slagging match. A referee had to intervene and separate two competitors after one called the other's mum as the Dick 31 with now 16k rampack in it, bruv. The new trend of people going to the shops in their underwear has really caught on. Sadly. I mean, I haven't seen this many sets of saggy drawers since I tried to build a flat pack storage unit. The Momus Bog Spaniel security team has surrounded Gusto, who's trying to fend them off with a bucket of confetti. He thinks it's working, but really they're just freaked out by a small, brightly coloured feather that's moving in the breeze from a nearby aircon unit. As I take all this in, I'm suddenly brought back to the present by a familiar voice saying,
Our mics are live. Good evening and welcome to this week's show. It's a green room week, which means what?
There are strange people in that room over there who want to talk to us.
well, you know, to be fair, most of it is us talking to ourselves.
Don't we do that every week?
No. There's an audience member tuned in. I checked. Look, there, on the channel. It says one viewer.
Hiya!
Well, hello to our viewer, who might also be our listener. As we've got one, I suppose we really ought to do the headlines. Well, that's gone wrong. The galaxy's worst protester and worst radio presenter visits Hutton.
LCU no fool like one sucks Stargoid detritus.
The galaxy's best truckers have also been visiting Hutton.
I bring you an apology on behalf of Hutton.
Nurse Wyeth tries not to suck dead meat dry.
Someone's been taking the pee.
And we have some breaking news on Hutton's latest expansions.
First this evening, I've managed to completely lose the first picture. Yes, we've got news that... Hang on a second, I'm just going to have to fix this. Just talk amongst yourselves for a second.
Seamless. This is a good start. I like this.
Absolutely.
I feel good about this show.
We're not at home tonight. Who are we not at home to?
We're not at home to
Mr.
Captain, yes. Elevator music. A bit more elevator music. I knew it was going to be me this week, you know. What's the first one all about again? I'm sure I've got a picture for this one.
It's the Just Stop Tritium protests.
Oh, right, that one. I know I had this one, you know.
Is this where you come back and go?
Oh, there we go. There we go. I've got it. I found the picture.
Yay!
Yes, I'm sure. Here we go. I've got it at hand. Quick. Colouring. Who's got the crayons? Stop eating the crayons. For goodness sake, I need to use them.
Well, the spoon says it's a seamless show.
Absolutely. This is setting the tone. This is especially because somebody's computer keeps overheating. Ping. There we go. Article number 1. Woohoo! The crayons worked. Right.
Ping the merciless.
First, this evening, after those shenanigans, we've got news that nearly passed everyone, including me, by. A new protest group calling themselves Just Stop Tritium have been broadcasting videos and publishing images of their latest stunts in their efforts to highlight what they say is humanity's addiction to tritium at the expense of life in the galaxy. The first Hutton Orbital news heard of these protests, it certainly wasn't a picture, was when someone stormed into the cockpit of one of the station's regular refill pythons and threw orange paint all over the dashboard, which caused a little sneezing, but other than that was officially listed as a new paint job commissioned by Phoenix to Fire. It became a little more serious when the protesters chained themselves to one of the limpets waiting to be loaded onto a ship over at London Relay in Epsilon Indy. They were rescued a few hours later in a nearby ice ring, but when interviewed, could only gibber incoherently and make the whittle 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 noises of a limpet in flight. After some investigation, our roving reporting team have uncovered a hitherto totally ignored set of protests throughout the galaxy by protesters intent on causing low-level chaos. The protesters, dressed in reflective spacesuits emblazoned with the slogan "Fuel for Thought, Not for Thrust," have taken to throwing bright orange paint on just about everything else, including installations and equipment. Their latest actions have also included a naked pitch invasion during a local game of speedball, which ended in a visit to the hospital, and attempting to deface the beloved statue of Alvin Defer with reddish-brown paint. Their leader, Martha Nimby, gave a speech at the Galactic Environmental Summit. She wasn't supposed to, but she rushed the stage and started screaming, claiming that the over-reliance on tritium is leading to catastrophic environmental consequences. Nimby, who resides in the luxurious Eden Gardens residential sector, stated,
"Our excessive mining of tritium is leaving asteroids bare and lifeless. We must consider the impact of future generations of spacefaring fungi and mosses."
She then produced a chart depicting the declining population of what she referred to as interstellar lichen. When quizzed about how many asteroids she'd actually found that had interstellar lichen, her only response was to say,
"See? Tritium mining. It's killed them all. You bastards!"
Investigations into Martha have turned up her regular objections to solar panels, as they steal all the sunlight from nearby stars, and artificially grown lab meat, as it's cruel to all the poor animals that won't exist as a result of artificial farming methods. Basically, she's a nutter. Not content with merely speeches, Just Stop Tritium has taken direct action. In one instance, protesters attempted to blockade the entrance to Hutton Orbital by chaining themselves to docking clamps, only to be left suspended in zero gravity, unnoticed by passing pilots. Another protest involved hanging a banner over the side of one of the buildings at Mickelson Vision. We haven't got the heart to say that only a passing security drone saw it, and to be frank, it didn't give a monkeys. The group's demands include a complete cessation of tritium mining and a transition to what they call sustainable starship propulsion, though experts have pointed out that their proposed alternatives such as solar sails and cosmic wind turbines are rubbish. In response to the disruptions, station authorities have issued a statement urging calm and patience.
We appreciate the passion of these individuals, but throwing paint on a space station is both dangerous and highly impractical,
said Lael Wolf, head of station operations.
We encourage all commanders to check their ships thoroughly for unexpected attachments before takeoff. We can't have ships taking off with people superglued to the outside. On second thoughts, yes we can. This is a warning to all protesters. Hutton is suspending all pre-launch exterior examinations of ships.
Despite the chaos, some entrepreneurial spirits have found opportunity. Local vendors report a surge in sales of Just Stop Tritium merchandise, including protester action figures and miniaturised chains, teensy tiny tubes of superglue, and security teams with bolt cutters.
Next, with the destruction of so many of the Stargoid Titans over recent months, and the proliferation of collected Stargoid samples, there have been concerns over the proliferation of caustic substances throughout the galaxy. With many ships that have been collecting these samples undergoing rapid unscheduled disassembly, there have been reports that some of the busier space lanes are seeing ships experience excessive amounts of wear and tear on their ships, with paint and ship kits corroding at an alarming rate.
I tried to apply the space brakes on approach to my docking pad,
said one trucker.
And my feet went straight through the floor.
I was polishing one of the greebles on my Python, and it came right off in my hand,
said another.
You should see how pockmarked my asp is,
said Dead Meat GF on one visit to the repair bay, though we're not sure whether that's related or just where he gets his buckshot a lot. There in respite on the horizon, though, is LCU, no fool like one, of Cannon. He's had a cunning plan. Using his own ship and a scaled-up space hoover, other brands are available, he's been flying around making sucking noises in the vacuum of space in the hopes that he can clear a path. And as a side effect, have enough Stargoid resin to make a few new batches of whatever it is the LCU no fool like ones make with it. Probably the blue veins in his latest Gnosis avian cheese. If his plan works, he is suggesting that the forthcoming Type 8 be repurposed to have a new role as a Stargoid goo suction-o-matic, and those inexplicable, unexplainable long arms sticking out from the front be converted into giant space filters. When paired with the 64-ton corrosion-resistant cargo rack and the purported huge speeds possible in a Type 8, commanders could have the space lanes clear in no time. We've contacted Lakon Spaceways regarding his suggestion, but apparently someone accidentally filed it in the round filing cabinet under their desk, along with his suggestion that all Lakons should come with a free cheese board courtesy of Cannon.
Well into week 102 of Too Hot, Too Messy, and the numbers are stacking up. Gin deliveries outdid mugs again this week by 757 to 701. Total deliveries are sitting at over 138,000 mugs and 135,000 gin, which is an incredible amount for a rare commodity. There are no new members of the 1000 Club this week, which means there are only 20 commanders holding membership to the exclusive club. Approaches to Hutton are mainly clear of congestion this week, with 2 commanders having made the long trek out to the orbital. They are Noddy Clone, 1 hour 23 minutes 43 seconds, Savage Gardener, 1 hour 27 minutes 34 seconds. Small pad availability is rated as not bad, and the medium pad is rated as bags of room, so get yourself out there. Oh, and while you're at it, could you bring some green pot scourers, new bags for Mr. Dusty XL, and a box of Tunnux tea cakes, the blue ones with the plain chocolate.
Hutton's apology officer stepped forward today, that's me, to issue an official statement regarding an incident that occurred during last week's station maintenance operations. The situation arose from a routine system update that went awry, causing widespread confusion and minor damage throughout Hutton Orbital. The incident in question began at precisely 1100 hours, when a new security protocol was initiated. I began. Unfortunately, the newly installed purple burglar alarm system malfunctioned, emitting a continuous ear-piercing wail that could be heard across the station. This alarm, intended to safeguard against unauthorised access, instead created a state of chaos among the station's residents. Further complicating the matter, a shipment of exotic goods had just arrived from the Beta Quadrant, including a highly anticipated batch of tarantula burgers. The sudden noise startled the kitchen staff, resulting in a minor culinary catastrophe. Several of our finest tarantula burgers were unfortunately ruined, I noted with regret. We understand that disappointment this has caused among those who were eagerly awaiting their gourmet meals. In the ensuing confusion, a delivery drone carrying a batch of Curly Wurly bars collided with the station's primary communications array, causing temporary disruption to external communications. The loss of our beloved Curly Wurly supply was particularly felt by the night shift crew, who rely on those treats for a morale boost, I said when questioned. I assured all station residents and visitors that steps are being taken to prevent a recurrence of such events. And this is me doing it. We're reviewing our security protocols and have initiated a full investigation into the purple burglar alarm system failure. Our culinary team is working diligently to replace the lost tarantula burgers, and a new shipment of Curly Wurly bars is en route as we speak. In closing, I expressed the sincere remorse for the disruptions and thank the community for their patience and understanding. Hutton Orbital remains committed to ensuring safety and satisfaction of all who reside here. We appreciate your continued support as we work to rectify these issues. We apologise for any inconvenience caused and are dedicated to restoring normal operations promptly. As the investigation continues, station residents are advised to remain vigilant and report any further irregularities to station security. The apology officer, that's me, will provide updates as more information becomes available. For the avoidance of doubt, tarantula burgers aren't made of real tarantulas. They're a specially concocted hairy brioche bun and space cucumber concoction that looks like it has legs. It's apparently delicious, but it does give people the willies. And before you ask, the purple burglar alarm is not designed to be activated when the station is attacked by purple burglars. It sits somewhere between a code blue, which is when there are no burglars, and red alert, when there are. It's there might be burglars nearby, but we're not sure, kind of thing. So, now you know.
Talking of Dead Meat GF, as we were earlier, Nurse Wyeth has declared an emergency at the Hutton Infirmary as stocks of the incredibly rare galactic universal donor blood group type OMG are you positive and negativity isn't cool around here are running extremely low. The only known source of this blood group appears to be from a certain Dead Meat GF, and with him limited to giving one armful every few months, supplemented by Nurse Wyeth's patented reverse phlebotomatic synthesizer. She plays some mean tunes on that thing, by the way, but stocks have been running dangerously low. A drive has been started over at Hutton Orbital for visiting pilots to get themselves tested and donate as much as they can to bolster the dwindling stocks. I had to operate on a commander the other day that stuck their hand in the landing pad mechanism, and instead of giving the bag of the red stuff while stitching back the old one on, it was easier to just regrow their hand and let nature take its course. There are rumours that Cecil has attempted to donate at the clinic, but his generous offer was rejected as the resultant liquid was 80 proof and attempted to eat its way out of the container. Whilst there have been attempts to use 100% synthesised red stuff to help top up Commander Banter when he's had one of those little accidents, there have been reports of side effects to using the entirely artificial bags of the stuff. In the meantime, Nurse Wyeth has been systematically desiccating dead meat in the name of medicine, topping him up with what she believes some of the synthesised stuff, and then giving him cream for the resultant rash. At least, she believes that's the source of the rash.
With detail coming up shortly on Operation Taking the Pea over in Norway, we've received a complaint that a number of station personnel are taking the mission title a little too literally and are taking the proverbial by going for a Jimmy Riddle just when Hutton wants some new missions handed out on the concourse. Hutton are in the running to take over the system and attempt to solve the Norway situation through percussive means and determined visitation rights by Alvin to all outdoor areas, but fierce resistance to the takeover has been discovered and underhand tactics are suspected. Anyone attempting to take missions at Calais Port, be aware that the mission giver might have locked themselves in one of the cubicles, and you'll need to have a little patience over in the bar while waiting for them to reappear. Lale Wolf has been contacted about this missing member of the Hutton team, designated to hand out a number of covert missions to passing commanders. She's sent him a quick video message with one of her patented stern looks and told him that going for a pee in Norway when there are Hutton truckers busting for a mission is unacceptable, and at the very latest he should delegate to someone else. All truckers who are on duty are reminded that it is mandatory to hang around in the station bar between missions in station, and dereliction of this duty is punishable by a trip to the naughty step in LHS 340. We have some breaking news on the situation in Norway coming right up.
Welcome again to the BGS roundup of what's happening where in Hutton Systems. Jinkies, I don't know where to start this. Hang on. Jinkies? Who wrote this crap? Okay. Jinkies, I don't know where to start this week. It's all happening. I'll get the bad news out of the way first. The really bad news is that WISE 0855-0714 has somehow gotten itself to 77% influence and is in a boom and infrastructure failure at the same time. I think someone needs to switch it off and on again. The less bad news is that we've expanded into Aspeline, which is controlled by the EDF and contested by Frogcorp. So that means we can't really do much there and have to just leave it until we retreat. On the upside, it's an absolute dump anyway, with a brown dwarf main star, 4 ice worlds and 1 high metal content. It has a single ground settlement and an outpost. Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. The really good news is that we won the election in Norway and have control of Kellyan Port. Influence has gone up from 12% to 28%, and we have a boom pending. Congratulations to all of the commanders who've worked hard to improve Hutton's status in the system, and to Paul Reckner for leading the effort. Systems to leave alone this week are WISE 0855-0714, Van Marnen Star, Wolf 1481, LP 245-10, Wolf 359, PSPF LF2, LP 532-81, and Wolf 124. All are above our happy limit of 60%, so we don't want to mess with them. The investment continues in Barnard Star for another week. Makes you wonder what they're investing in, but don't knock it. Investment is like super boom, so it's a good thing. Systems in boom this week are Luyton 145-141, Epsilon Eridani, 36 off Uchi, Narenses, LHS 4003, Avic, and our very own Alpha Centauri. We have an election in Ross 33, where if we win we could gain our first facility. Wouldn't that be nice? Elections in Ross 47 and G99-49 can be ignored. They're in systems where another player faction is already in control. LP 525-39 thinks it's still in expansion for some reason. Disregard the outbreak in G89-32 and the war in Wolf 294, since they're both EDF controlled systems. We also have a planned retreat from LP 734-32. But what does it all mean? Well, I'll tell you. If you want to truck it, then deliver commodities to Kellyan Port in Norway. Remember, it's only a medium pad. And run missions for Hutton in Norway. Or trade and mission runs for Hutton in Barnard Star if you're short of money. Run peaceful, non-shooty missions for Hutton on Ross 33 and help with the election. And if you want to shoot things, then stay tuned for Vulkarius' bit, where you can find out how to participate in the obliteration of the Stargoid Titans. And that's it for this week's Hutton BGS bit.
Okay. You can stop pushing buttons now.
buttons everywhere, but oh my goodness, all the buttons in the wrong order. Oh my goodness.
Can I just apologise if there were any weird thumps in the middle of Flossy's article there?
No, you can't. That's my job.
Well, you can apologise on my behalf then. The battery on my headset died and everything took a pot at this end as well.
Very sorry that Jim's gone a bit wonky on that.
But you've not, so maybe you've passed the curse
not
on.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still looking at
Don't jinx it.
The APC watchdog violation thing or whatever's going on in my world.
Yeah, well, I mean, for those not watching in the green room before the show, the apology officer went offline a number of times shortly before the show. We came up with emergency plan B and then switched back to emergency plan A, and then the apology officer turned up, and then I pushed all the wrong buttons. So, that's how the show started.
It appears to be something to do with a driver, possibly in the graphics card or possibly on the Wi-Fi card.
Could be.
Could be.
Or it could just be the curse of Mr. Dusty. Give me your trash.
Give me your trash. Give me your laptop.
Anyway, I'm not going to ask how anybody is because we're going to do that later in the show because this week is a ...
Dun, dun, dun.
Thursday?
This week is... today is Thursday, but this Thursday is the last Thursday of the month, I think, which means it is a ...
Green Room Week!
Green Room
Week. What? There was a punch-up in Narnia? What? Hang on, emergency news for the BGS stuff coming out. Apparently there's a punch-up in Narnia going on. What's that all about? Quick, somebody get to the screens. Hang on a second, I'm having a quick look.
It's still warming up. See, I did the BGS. Thing is, I did the BGS bit yesterday. But,
okay. Quick, reading it. Oh
no!
There's 9 minutes ago, a war.
Well, 9 minutes ago, I can't be held responsible for 9 minutes ago.
The plumbers of the Plum Biological Consulting have declared war on Hutton, and are trying to take Yang Orbital off Hutton with their plumbing equipment.
Dare they?
Yes.
How very dare they?
In fact, there are two wars there as well. There's another war. The Narenses for Equality, because they love being equal, have also declared war against the official Narenses order.
In that case, I'd like to put a slight addition to my previous story and just say, if you want to shoot it, get over to the Narenses and have a nice scrap in Narnia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, go and smash that.
Fill your boots.
They're revolting over there. I'm just looking at the graph there. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Ew.
It looks like the Alps. It's all over the shop. Anyway, I think we've had a war with these guys before, haven't we? Yeah. Prison colony, and around mid-February decided to declare war on us, possibly, as well. Naughty prison colony. All right. Well, that was breaking news. Thank you very much.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
That was broken news.
That has broken the news, yeah.
Yeah, look, we had a first-time chatter in there who said, this is the best thing I've ever seen on Twitch. Perfect. Were you watching the same thing as us? Probably not. Anyway, but we thank you for the compliment anyway. Right. So we'll ask everybody how everybody is later in the green room section. There's usually only a few of us in there, but we save it for the end of the show, where you can pop in and say hi if you would like to. In order to pop in and say hi at the end of the show, Flossy, you need to fire up your TeamSpeak server and point it at what server address, please?
ts.forthemug.com.
That is Tango Sierra ts.forthemug.com. And Flossy, that is not a...
It's not a website, it is a server.
Right.
TeamSpeak server.
Yeah, you put it in there and you'll see a green room under the live broadcast room or the radio green room. And then if you're in there when we get to... I'm just laughing. And we've got a rampant psycho cow. He's back from rampaging all over. What system was it again?
Never mind. Nothing.
Climbed out of his onesie and he's climbed into the Twitch server. Yep. Anyway, yeah. So just climb into the TeamSpeak server and come and have a chat with us if you want to. Usual rules apply. Keep it about what you've been doing in your spaceship if you can, and if you've got nothing else to say, just give us a hearty for the mug. But we can find out what you'll be doing in real life a little bit as well. Now, Frontier livestream. There must have been one. It's the last week of the month because it's Green Room Week.
No, it's the last Thursday of the month. It's not the last Wednesday of the month.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Flossy knows.
Yeah, we could have delayed the green room until the 32nd of the month, but apparently people object when we do that.
They get confused easily. So there isn't a live stream for that. I mean, I can see somebody prepping for a live stream of some sort, because somebody's been posting as ECM Live. Anybody got any ideas what that might be?
Nope.
No.
That might be Cow.
I think it might be that Cow hasn't logged into Twitch in 350 days.
Well, no, because we didn't use it last year either. And in fact, I think the last time we used that
700 days,
was probably at virtual ECM. But we've rediscovered a lost Twitch channel. Yeah. Because last year at ECM, we actually broadcast out to Hutton because we couldn't find it. But we found it. Yay. Well, at least Mr. Cow's found it. He's been hiding it. Yeah, under his sporran somewhere. So it's very likely that ECM this year, which is in a few days, a week and
it's in
weeks.
About 15 and a half days, in fact.
15 and a half days, yes. It is going to be broadcasting out live to the galaxy from the event as best we can.
While we're on the subject of Thursdays and 2 weeks away, am I right in assuming there probably won't be a Hutton Radio show on the Thursday just before it? Yeah.
Be a Hutton Orbital live show on the 8th of August. It will instead be on Saturday, the 10th of August, during ECM. So, yeah, we are going to be doing that live. There's all sorts of things been cropping up to do with the event. The major one today was the news all about tickets. Commander Lithobreaker, update from you.
Yes.
How many tickets have we got left?
Last I heard, -3.
We have -3 tickets left. Woohoo!
So, wait. So you got -3 tickets, so someone has
correct.
to put back 3 tickets.
No. We've got somebody sitting on your lap, somebody sitting on my lap, and somebody sitting on the apology officer's lap.
Well, the apology officer in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody could sit on my lap.
I thought that was the job for and wife. She's been outed as and wife now as well. No, there may have been a booking for the marvellous Amelia Hawke and wife.
Because I think Mooncake might just go tonto if that happens.
Yes.
Yeah, my seat. That's my human. You find your own human to sit on.
Well, for the avoidance of doubt and for the benefit of anybody who doesn't know anything about it, ECM, once a year, get together by the elite community. We hire a hotel, we fill it with stuff, and as a community, we put on an event. And somehow, miraculously, at the end of it, money ends up in the charity tin for special effect and hearing dogs for deaf people. Last year,
mostly from the square bucks.
Yep, £5,030 last year raised for charity. Woohoo! We've got shenanigans throughout the day. We've also got breaking news that we've doubled the number of Frontier staff coming to the event.
Ooh.
So who's the other? Who's the other one then?
5% of the audience will be Frontier staff. So there we go. Yay! That's exciting. I'm not going to tell you who they are though, because at least 3 of them are top secret. And we've got
the other 3 are bottom secret.
Bottom secret, yeah. We've also got the return of Spider-Man. Spider-Man is going to be coming and apparently showing off something very special, which is going into the raffle. But we can't show you that yet because it's not public knowledge yet. But yes, John from the Spider-Man end of things will be coming along, and he's confirmed he's hoping to be there with some super special treats. We've got all the retros sorted out. We've spoken to the hotel about the food. Now, Amelia, some bad news.
No chops.
No lamb chops.
Oh no!
There is a national shortage of lamb chops, meaning the price has nearly tripled, and they now can't get them unless we all, I don't know, pay with gold-plated coins or something. So the lovely lamb chops won't be there. But in terms of the tickets, now Lithobreaker, you said there were -3 tickets. Now, what we do is we set what we call a soft limit for the event, which is we know there's a bunch of people who always forget and leave it to the last minute. So we hold back a little allocation of tickets. So we sold to our soft limit, and we've now released another 10 tickets. So we've actually got 7 left. But after that, we're going to need grease and a shoehorn to get everybody in, especially if it's raining outside. So, yes, there are only 7 places left. It costs a tenner in the tin to come along, unless you want feeding, in which case it costs a couple of quid more. And details Vulkarius can be found on the marvellous website, dropping you in at the deep end here. How good's your memory?
You don't need to me. It's elitecommunitymeet.info.
There we go, elitecommunitymeet.info. Round of applause. Yes, where you will be able to find out what's going on. We've got the return of Commander Evenstar, who has confirmed he's got a pass for me, and this year he's bringing a laser.
A laser.
Yeah, none of this old-fashioned machine that he had last time that was doing epic things. This year he's bringing a laser.
Is the laser attached to his head?
No, I think it's attached to a series of complicated motors and will be etching things.
Is it attached to a shark's head?
We can 3D print a shark's head on the 3D printer that's going next to it.
What about an ill-tempered sea bass?
I'm not sure how to tell that apart from
It's an ill-tempered sea bass with an LED torch, but it's close.
It's close, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do.
Or I suppose if you were in the League of Evil or whatever with certain cartoon characters, it'd be. Oh no, it wasn't. I'm just trying to think.
No,
it was Dr. Evil.
Powers.
Frickin' lasers.
Yeah.
Yes. All I wanted was some frickin' sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to the frickin' heads.
Yep, that's the one. Well, anyway, so he's going to have a frickin' laser attached to his head and behaving like a shark and lasering things. We've got a couple of 3D printers turning up this time. And we've got an enormous mountain of clay. Don't ask. If you need to know, go see Jude. We've got Hutton Orbital Radio show, probably with some stunt presenters, because somebody's a splitter and isn't joining us. Nudge, nudge.
Splitters.
That's fine. We're going to sub in the Vulkarius. Vulkarius is now the stunt apology officer for the day.
Oh, God.
Yep. And we have music from Tokuso. It's official now. We can talk about it really publicly. But Tokuso is performing an evening musical set for us, somewhere after Hutton and before Dockers.
Tokuso sounds like he might be Jadun. He's got that name, that sound of it. His name, Tokuso.
Tokuso, yes.
Tokuso.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got that. Apparently, LCU is going to be attempting to sing as well. Though we do
God,
have
I'm glad I'm not going now.
a roll of gaffer tape.
I love LCU singing.
Super special treats for everybody as well, including some names and names blast from the past names as well, who may well be doing something special for us, but we'll see when that turns up next week. But yeah, loads of shenanigans. So if you want to catch up with a bunch of elite commanders and meet people, play games, have fun, drink the bar dry. Oh, we've also ordered the beer. That's good news.
Yay!
Hey.
We like beer.
Yep, but we've actually ordered proper ale this time, as opposed to that nasty American pale ale they gave us last time.
You're going to have Guinness, though, right?
Yeah, we're trying to work out how thirsty you all are at the moment, and therefore how many barrels to buy. I think we're up to 4 at the moment, and you're not allowed to leave.
This is just for the radio crew, yes?
Yep, just for the radio crew. You're not allowed to leave till it's all gone.
It's just for Flossy.
But that's
that?
Nothing.
No, you're having the Centauri Mega Gin, Flossie.
Carry on.
We're all celebrating Flossie's 20th, 30th wedding anniversary, something like that. It's a small
50th?
50th?
50th, the golden one.
Yes, so actually we're just redressing the entire party. There's somebody with a drone who wants to take the pictures outside with everybody, so we're going to hope it's not going to rain. There's all sorts of stuff, including Vulkarius' super special super game.
Oh, yes, yes.
Which we will
posted some pictures. Go on.
Which so we will talk about maybe in the greeny bit briefly about what changes you've made in the green roomy bit. But yeah, other than
there's
that,
also Alec Turner's super special. What's it called? A subtle mob.
Yeah.
a subtle mob.
For details,
Basically-
go to the website because you need to do it in advance and download something before you do it at a specific time
At 11:40
on the dot.
on the dot. Yep, and everybody has to do it at the same time. It involves gate crashing the entire hotel without telling the hotel first.
Which should be fun with
It's
somebody's
not a
birthday
flash
party
mob,
going
is
on
it?
next door. No, it's a subtle mob.
It's a subtle mob. It's a bit like a flash mob, just more ninjas. And Flossie's an expert in ninjering.
So
Really?
you'll. I thought it was ninjing, not ninjuring. But yeah, you'll need.
Oh,
Ow.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll need to bring headphones along if you want to get involved in that as well. So it's one of those know in advance things.
yes. It's a bit like Simon Says, except it's Alec Turner.
Did you say ninja-ing?
Ninja.
Or sorry,
Ninjing.
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 No, Ninja will be
Ninjas, ninj.
Commander Ninja will be ninjing, but we will be ninja-ing.
No, if you are a ninja,
N,
you are
yeah.
one who ninjas.
The letter
N.
N.
November, not minging. No, we're not going. No,
Right, okay.
that's a different kind
Just,
of party.
just had to
We're,
clear that.
we're leaving that to the American Pale Ale.
That's the build-up.
Right,
then.
so let's have a look here. Subtle mobs usually happen in public spaces and are not flash mobs, but about trying to remain invisible. Subtle mobs were created by studio resident Duncan Speakman. Okay. I wonder
So
how
it's one
you
of them.
Right. So
Yeah.
yes, it's more ninja-ish than a flash mob, and less.
But
Enjoyed.
you're trying to sneak about.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, so that's ECM news. We've talked about the green room. We've talked about the No Frontier live stream. Now we're still eagerly awaiting, because weren't we told that the Python 2 might be landing sometime ish, start
7th
of August?
I think it was. 7th.
Yeah.
I think they were
7th.
saying sometime early August, mid August ish.
7th of August, I think they
7th.
were saying. Yeah.
Right. So, well, I mean, that was TBC, wasn't it, when they first said it? But so around ECM time, obviously the new Python should be on general release, which is why I'm totally staggered by so many Frontier staff hiding at ECM in the bar. But I'm sure they've left somebody holding the magic buttons while they're off with us.
They've got this special new team from, what was it, Cloud something or other, I think they said.
Well, it's the 7th of
Well, they were
August.
all
it'll be
recently
out,
made
but
redundant from their old jobs or something, weren't they? And
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
If
They've been
if
put in
it's the
charge.
7th of
Contracted
August,
out the support.
yeah, if it's the 7th of August, it'll be out before ECM. It'll be out, like, that's the Wednesday before or something, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. If you haven't fixed it by Saturday, it's stuffed. So don't worry about it.
If they haven't fixed it by Saturday, it's still going to be broken by Monday.
Probably, yes. No, it won't be. Look, this is the whole point behind having the sort of the earlier rollouts, and people could get it with their arcs. So there's a few of them in the galaxy to knock off all the rough edges, I suspect.
Oh, I thought that was the whole point behind us having really good broadband for the event, so they could work from there.
I did confirm we have got the really good broadband as well. Oh, there's all sorts. There's an Age of Empires tournament. There's many player racing on steering wheels down one end of the room.
We're up to 6 or 7 or 8.
Six steering wheels, so 6-person racing. We have confirmation the Artemis rig is all ready, or it will be 2 days before the event. Stand-up arcades and all sorts of bits and bobs. Right. On that note, and given that there's not much else apart from all the war in space over in Hutton Space and expansions and things, I suppose, have we got any space news this week?
No,
Yeah.
nothing happened this week.
We've got 3. So let's go with this button.
3?
I've stayed away from the buttons, Amelia, all the way through until now. Okay? I'm going to push this one.
Be careful. Be careful.
It might. Hang on.
You might blow something up.
Sorry, that was too good to resist.
Hey.
Yep. So the first story is, guess how many 1 in a million stars have been found?
How many 1 in a million stars? 9 times
wait,
out of
Well,
10.
there's
21
4 billion stars in the universe, so about 4,000?
Nope, they've found
Sorry, galaxy.
21 Banter and
Oh, my
1 in a
favourite
million
number.
extreme dead stars found hiding around sun-like stars.
look at all these
So it's like
pop-ups.
binary systems where a neutron star is the second star and things like that. Now, elite commanders can tell you, they know about this stuff. But
Apparently you wait
it's-
ages for a neutron star, normal star
That-
binary to turn up, and then 21 arrive at
That
once.
looks
And
like an
then,
adapted Red Dwarf quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
And here we have an actual picture. They say it's an illustration, but we actually flew somebody out there to take this one.
But what about the next star? No, that's dead, Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
an illustration of a sun.
What about the star after that? No, Dave. It's dead,
Yeah,
Dave. They're all
they're
dead, Dave.
Anyway,
What about the fifth one?
That's dead too, Dave.
It's the fifth one. What about the sixth one? Is that alive? No, Dave. They're all dead, Dave. Dave, they're all dead.
Oh, there's lots of adverts on this page. Terrible page. Anyway, but there's a pretty picture.
Yeah, I should have wondered about that beforehand.
There's some lensing going on there. What do they say? So where sun-like stars orbit a hidden dead star, a dense and compact object. I resemble that remark.
I feel like that's something.
I was going to say that might be me.
There we go. I've removed the sponsored link, so you don't have to see that lady's bottom anymore. Right.
Oh,
boo!
What the most?
That was totally
PC game of
uncalled for.
2024 Raid Shadow Legends. I don't think so.
No. So apparently we are used to. You'd never know this. Stars being singletons, lonely singletons like our sun.
Yeah, but they're not though.
But apparently half of all stars exist in binary systems. Wow.
Or more.
Yeah, half of all sun mass and above stars.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, okay. And it goes up if you're a massive star.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember
there's
when we thought most systems wouldn't have planets, and then
Oh,
they're
there's
like
an advert.
everywhere.
Now it's hard to find one that doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
There
let's
are
go
some
back.
stars that have stars orbiting that star.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Alpha Centauri.
Like Alpha Centauri. Yeah,
For
absolutely.
example.
Which is actually a trinary system.
Yeah, because
it's
Alpha
two in
Centauri and
proxy
A
doesn't it?
and B, I think, are in a binary orbit up.
Yes,
Or
we've
they
got
orbit one another.
Up close and friendly.
Yeah, and then Proxima Centauri is miles out, but orbits the two of them
Yep.
as if they were one.
Yep. So A and B and Proxima, and that's our system. I was just waiting to see if that video was going to play. Oh, look, there's a video. I've got a video on screen of what happens with the gravitational lensing, and if you could get a camera around it, what would happen with the incredibly dense neutron star with the other thing orbiting it. There we go. It's very pretty.
Went whoosh.
And they're going back again.
Like, massive credit to Frontier. Like the black holes look exactly like that.
Yeah, I was going to say this looks like it could have been taken directly from
It was.
Are we sure it wasn't rendered in game?
Yes, I was going to say that looks suspicious. That one. Anything else we need to know about it, or is it just there are 21 of them?
There are 21 of them, and
look, here we go.
I think there's someone
There's
in
all
an office
twen-
somewhere
there's all
licking
21
Elite
of them.
Dangerous' copyright.
There's all 21 of them.
Yeah, and for anyone who isn't an Elite Dangerous commander, other people think this is new. Okay,
Right.
just let.
If you
Just
fly
have
around,
patience.
you fly around in Elite Dangerous, you find all sorts of stuff orbiting all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah,
You find like ringed water worlds and like a gas giant orbiting
And moon
like
moons.
a bigger gas giant. Yeah.
and moon cakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, moon cakes
I
and
bet
moon
for-
moons.
but
And
for the-
are
for
there
the
any
rest-
moons or not? Does it go that deep?
No, because the problem is that by the time you get to something big enough to notice, and you look at how close it has to be to not be in the sphere of influence of the parent body, then you're approaching Roche limits, and you end up with a ring instead. So
Right. There we go.
it's
Yeah,
technically
I
doable,
don't
but you
think-
have to scale it down by so many orders of magnitude that you just get rubble.
Yeah,
Yeah. You see bodies which have names like A1A, but I don't think I've ever seen like A1A1. So
yeah.
No, like I say, it's theoretically possible, but they just can't be big.
What I would say as well is stay on that page when you open the next link, because it might help you bypass some of the pictures. It's the same site for the next one, which is the Alien Weather Report.
Oh, hang on a second. So are we switching? I was just staring at that
Yeah.
image of
Oh,
the
sorry.
vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, the vampire neutron star. I like.
Oh,
to
right.
break
Okay. Oh no.
Your plasma.
I must-
That sucks.
I must say that image does look like a very badly photoshopped snapshot from Elite Dangerous.
It does. You take Elite Dangerous and then just smudge with your finger in a sort of spiral. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even a good spiral. It does a perfect circle and then leaps into the middle.
Anyway, this was discovered by the Gaia Space Telescope observing a binary star system. So there you go. There's a picture of what Gaia might look like while it's looking at one of them. It isn't actually that close. But on a scale would be... Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say,
it's back here. It's not going out there.
It's a good thing we send cameras out with all of these space objects that we send out, just to make sure we get that decent shot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That perfectly lit, decent shot.
Yes.
Where the
And
only actual
colourised.
light source is on the opposite side.
The one that always gets me is the pictures of the Milky Way taken from outside the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm. It's a really, really long selfie stick.
Yeah. Well, apparently, the lensing, you see a slight wobble in a star, and you go, "Oh, that star wobbled. It must be a binary." I think is the way they're suggesting they discover them. They just look at it, and the star wobbles, and they go, "Whoa, something big went near that." And
that's why they've all been discovered by Gaia. It's really, really, really good at spotting wobbly bits.
Mm.
Yes. Well, it says in here, Gaia can detect the extremely small shifts of the solar-type stars, measuring their position with precision comparable to the width of a human hair viewed from 3,000 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see a human hair viewed from 3,000 miles away.
That's easily written. That's obviously written for the ordinary reader, but I want to hear it in light seconds.
Well, it's 5,000 kilometers, which is that one. Yes.
Yeah, but that says
how many bananas is that?
That says a human hair 5,000 kilometers away. But what I kind of want to know is what's the actual precision in light seconds or light years.
In arc milliseconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to know what it is in bananas.
Well, bananas, about 15 centimeters, so 6 to a meter, and that's 5 million meters, so 75 million bananas?
Yeah, I'd go with that.
Approximately.
What about llamas?
No, we're not getting into that one again.
Is that an African llama or a European llama?
Embargoing the llama.
It's a South American llama.
Right.
What would it be in capybaras, though?
Oh, I can't remember.
They just eat the banana.
Yep. Well, there's this next one. It's brown and it's dwarfy and it's got weather, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So
Sandy Wind, apparently. I went to school with her.
And this is the JWST this time, I think you're telling us about.
It is, yes.
Juiced.
Right.
Just what?
So coarse clouds of hot sand blow in the... So we had, what was it, blowing glass on... Was it last week's one or a previous show where it was glass blowing around the planet?
Yeah.
This one's got hot sand.
And the thing is, it's not a planet, it's a brown dwarf star. Which is even weirder.
A star with hot sandy wind.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a porn star name, that one, to be fair.
Yeah.
So apparently they've discovered stormy weather in a sky of 2 brown dwarfs in the most detailed weather report yet from such failed stars. And this is it's familiar sounding, WISE 1049 AB.
Mm-hmm.
That's the binary pair of A and B.
Why is she putting an onion in her sock?
I don't know, and I'm
for fighting neuropathic symptoms. Clearly,
yeah, clearly. Look, just forgive the adverts; they're terrible. Apparently, brown dwarf is an object that isn't quite massive enough to ignite nuclear fusion of hydrogen to helium in its core and become a proper star. So it's a failed star. It did not pass its exams. And skipping.
It's not a failed star; it's definitely successful.
Well, it's successful at being brown and dwarfy. And here is another shot. Here we go. Let's have a look. Video, run, no, advertisement first, skip that.
And of course, you know why it's called WISE, don't you? It's the Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer.
Well, there you go. Mm-hmm. Apparently, the brown dwarfs are covered in tumultuous clouds, probably composed of silicate grains, sweltering in temperatures between 875 degrees C and 1,026 degrees C. In other words, hot sand is being blown around the winds of brown dwarfs. And they can also...
Do you know our WISE 08550714, I think it's that one anyway, is the coolest object in the galaxy at 52 degrees Celsius.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here's some precision for Vulkarius.
You could touch it and not burn yourself.
Yeah, we've got precision for Vulkarius here.
Mm-hmm. The light curve for each brown dwarf, something parenthesized... No, that's very really. The light curves show peaks at specific wavelengths. Carbon monoxide at 2.3 microns. 4.0 microns. Oh.
And
that's just the metrics they've done to determine the elements involved.
Yep. So they got methane, carbon monoxide, and silicate grains. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yep. Very exciting.
It turns out WISE 1049 is only A and B. It's only 6.5 light years away from Earth, so it should be easy enough to find.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Vulkarius, if my maths is right, but I may have forgotten that this thing works in radians, then the width of human hair at 5,000 kilometers is about 5 arc microseconds.
That's a small unit.
It's a very small.
That's
unit.
a pretty that's so. Props to that telescope then.
I was going to say
Oh,
I was
it's a
going to
good
say 7, but about a year superior mathematics.
Anyway, so
I
that
feel
was
as
the JWST.
Before we move on to the next thing, I feel as though we
Yes.
need to discuss the sock onion some more.
No, we don't. We can do that in the green room. Just save it, and we can do some research about socks and onions. Probably to do with stinky feet or something, or making you cry. Maybe they make
Well, you
cry.
definitely have stinky feet if you put an onion in your sock.
Right. Okay. The next one was submitted by a Commander Wotherspoon, who was telling us all about the hunt for indie bourbon. There we go. Which is another article all about the James Webb's tape deck. Yes, the James Webb tape deck, as imaged our nearest super Jupiter in a system called Epsilon Indi. Anyone know that one?
Isn't that where the bourbon comes from?
And
That
it's
does
one of
sound
ours.
familiar.
Yeah, and that's where we've got Mitter and Hollow going whee around one of the planets as well, New Africa, which you visited last week, Amelia,
Yes.
and found the feral donkeys. Apparently, it is a cold super Jupiter exhibiting a temperature of around 0. That's Celsius.
Around 0 or 0?
It says around 0 here, so this is an imprecise article.
Aren't most zeros around?
That's very true, actually.
Yep, but apparently the JWST has got unprecedented imaging capabilities in the thermal infrared. So here's a picture of what a cold gas giant orbiting a red dwarf might look like. If you look really carefully, you can probably see Mitter and Hollow going whee somewhere in the background. They say they're very excited to have found it, and it's the first exoplanet imaged with JWST that had not already been imaged from the ground. So it's the first one that it's found all on its own, or imaged all on its own. There we go. The transit and radial velocity methods are indirect evidence, as the planet only reveals itself through its mediated effect, said scientists.
Well, yeah, of course.
It talks about how to detect cold planets here as well. Look, there are a couple of pictures on how to detect cold planets. There we go. Once you've had a look at that, let's move down. What do we know about Epsilon Indi? Well,
Look at how they abbreviate Epsilon Indi. They call it EPS-IND-AB.
EPS-IND-A, yes.
Yeah.
EPS-IND-AB.
Which either that or saying the place with the bourbon, I guess.
Well, apparently it needs 200 years to orbit its star. So observations over a few years are insufficient to determine the orbit with any high precision. Yeah, it's not.
Meteor
moving
and
very
Hollow
fast.
doesn't need 200 years to orbit anything.
No. What do we know about it? It's got methane, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, commonly found in gas giant planets. It might indicate it's got a cloudy atmosphere, but much more work is needed. Apparently, their plans are, let's go and brew some alcohol there, I think is the short of it.
Yeah.
Looking at a detailed fingerprint of the planet's climatology and chemical composition to make booze, which is what in the year 3310, we're 3310 now, are we?
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
In 3310, that's what we do with Epsilon Indi, is we make booze. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Before we finish space news, I have onion sock news. Onion sock is it's an ancient. It's been touted as an ancient folk remedy to treat colds, fevers, and other ailments. Apparently, what you do is you put the onion in a sock, sleep with it overnight, and you'll feel better in the morning.
I thought it was for
sleep with
bunions.
I thought you were going to say that if you've always got an onion in your sock, nobody ever comes near you, so you never catch a cold or the flu or anything else that's transmitted to the
It does say,
Now,
however, more scientific research into this is necessary.
necessary. I'm not sure about that.
I'm pretty
When you
sure that's
say-
spelt bunkum, isn't it?
When you say sleep with it,
Yeah, I think you take it into the bed and sniff it. That's what the women in the picture's doing anyway. I don't think you put it on your foot.
She has a very, very different definition of what it's like to sleep with something.
Yeah. Well, her eyes are open for a fucking start. No, I think that might be a hanky. She's got a hanky up to her face.
Oh, we don't.
Is it because of the smell of the onion?
We'll get complaints about what Hanky's been up to.
God knows where she's put the onion.
Probably a next nice chili.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That piquant, sweaty foot feel.
You wouldn't want foot onion chili, would you?
And there go all of our viewers.
Oh, no, there are people putting slices of onion into a sock that's on their foot.
What, just slices, not like half an onion?
There's one that might be there's one that's like the end of a
arch support.
Yeah,
is it a red onion or a white onion or a spring onion?
I can see a red onion. Yeah, I can see a slice of white onion get in at the side of the heel. I can see a red onion get in just in front of the heel, an end of a red onion. Oh yeah. Oh, slices
we
of
might
red
have to send
onion
Amelia to go and investigate this rare science next week. Yeah, maybe. Okay, the end of space news. Hang on, we can carry on, but we're going to end space news. Hang on, here we go. Buttons. Thanks to Commander Psycho Cow for this epic tune.
Psycho Cow who tells us in chat that apparently his socks smell of onions.
Yes. Yeah. Your socks smell like onions. That's a new insult. I'm going to keep that one for tomorrow. No, I'm not, because I'm not at the quiz tomorrow.
And now, it's time for the bit you've been waiting for. How to smash Stargoids, courtesy of Commander Vulkarius.
Oh, change the image over then.
It has. You're on lag.
There we go.
We do need a...
Oh, that's true. That's true.
We need a Vulkarius theme tune, really, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, well,
yeah,
I guess.
We do.
I still think he just like a little stinger would maybe do it, not the usual bong, you know.
Oh, and we can do bong. Look.
We had a good round of recapturing Titan IV's control systems last week, mostly breaking through the wall of unpopulated systems it's established for itself, but 24 more of them are now Stargoid free, plus one other taken from Titan Raijin, so well done to commanders for holding our position across the bubble. Various special operations also went quite well. We did our usual trick at Imperial Navy Intervention and Rescue of eliminating next week's attackers, and as a result, there were 0 new attacks at Thor. Thank you also to Commander Grimscrub at the Anti-Xeno Initiative for punching a hole in the closest system to Thor so everyone can get their fleet carriers right next to it. I know we put in a third or so for that system as well, which was Col 285 Sector IG-O C6-15. The same thing worked really well back at Indra, and it was great to see people following that up at Thor. Thank you also to Air 1 for knocking out another system right next to Thor, which was Col 285 Sector IG-O C6-10. So we have plenty of carrier space now, and don't forget, those systems cleared right by the Titan can also be used to jump safely across the area, which at this stage is really nice, where hitting the periphery really means a lot of jumping back and forth. This week, we have the usual 3 invasions and 2 alerts each at Cassio and Raijin. For the main force at Thor, we have 0 new attacks, as I mentioned earlier. However, we have 4 reactivated ports under attack in control systems. That means you can restock and repair right there at the port conflict, even though it's a control system. So for commanders who like invasions and are up for helping some controls, please fly on over to Jang Sailor, Viper Gnarly, HIP 20024 or HIP 19198. Look on the galaxy map, they're the ones with the red port attack icon. You can't miss them. We're almost out of spire sites at Thor. There are only 2 more, and they're both already half gone from the end of last week. After that, we're going to need everyone offing the Orthrus and busting the Banshees at the spires to absquatulate their aeronautic antics and refit those planetary Python Mark IIs for good old-fashioned scout-popping, swarm-swatting space conflict zones. And that's it.
Ooh. Okay. The quick question then: Are we on target? Are we ahead of target? We're ahead of target. It was a good week.
It was a it was a fairly good week. I'd say 24. Yeah, we've had worse. So
okay.
We're not on target for like the by ECM. We're going to be at a Titan. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Like the week after ECM might be at like a stretch for reaching Titan Thor, but I think it'll go on a little bit longer than that.
Well, thank you very much, Commander Vulkarius. Amelia.
So, Mia, do we have a word of the week?
Hang on a minute. Bloody hell. Right. Yes,
what
we
does that
do.
mean?
Oh my
do
computer's
have
still working.
Yes. What? I was having a sleep. Yes, we do have a word of the week. And word of the week this week is Xanthopsia.
Xanthopsia.
And
what does that mean?
It's a visual condition where things appear yellow.
Ooh, and can you use it in a sentence, please?
I can. Due to his Xanthopsia, Sandy thought it was just water in Gusto's squatty flower. Until the smell hit him.
You.
Basically, everyone who has ever created a picture of our sun has suffered from Xanthopsia.
What about when everyone's flying Type 8s and everyone else looks at all the Type 8s flying around and think they've got Xanthopsia?
Yeah, but they're actually all yellow.
For anyone curious, the spelling and the meaning is now coming across that little ticker tape headline that you see on your screens if you're on our
I'm
Twitch
sure we
channel.
can-
Suffer with this, don't they?
Yeah. Anyway.
So, what's the word for it when everything appears purple?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that
Purpoxia?
one. Yeah, don't know.
Because that's the one that David suffers from, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, the opposite
That's
one.
when everything appears grey.
When nothing
Yeah.
appears purple.
Yeah. Anyway, what's a good job for an anteater who likes cars?
Something to do with cooking.
No.
Job at the Ford plant?
Possibly.
Hoovering it out when all the crumbs on the driver's seat from where you've spilt your snack you've been eating.
No, the
Used
best
car
job.
sales.
The best job for an anteater.
I've got one. Is it?
I've got one.
Is it the anti-roll bar?
No, it is
Fitting
not.
anti-roll bars.
No, it's not. The best job for them would be an art parking attendant. Aardvark!
Just like that.
Aardvark!
Aardvark.
There we go.
I looked that one up on the internet.
Right, Flossy, are you ready?
Awesome image, though.
Yes, somebody.
I don't know if it's the long intro or the short intro or which one it is. I mean, the Mr. Dustybot seems to have a will of his own on this one. So let's see what he's going to come up with this week.
Hey.
It's Flossy.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
It's Flossy. It's Flossy. It's Flossy. And the community goes.
Hello. Flossy here with this week's Community Goals news. There are no new CGs this week. That's it for this week's CG news.
Flossy told you what to do.
So what's next? Beetlejuice and Witherspoon? Hello.
Yeah, somebody should
Let's
introduce
see.
Beetlejuice and Witherspoon.
Let's see. Yes, somebody should introduce them. Really.
Yeah. Go on then.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's Beetlejuice and Witherspoon with the Galnet News Digest.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh no, it's
Jinkies.
not. Hang on.
Any minute now. Not
Any
rares.
minute now.
Not rares. We don't
Who
have
are we
rares.
not at home to tonight? Mr. Cockup.
Right, well, look, there's pew pew on the screen, and there is absolutely no audio at the moment. How goodness.
Aye.
Pew, 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 pew.
I think Mr. Cockup's moved into your spare room.
Swelly bit, pew, pew, swelly bit, swelly bit.
Mr. Cockup
I'm not
has
as good as
visited.
Jude.
Okay.
Can the
Jim, you
audience hear
be
it? I mean, they might be
Beetlejude.
able
Mia, you be Witherspoon. Go.
This week in Galnet News Digest.
Something.
Something.
And then we something.
With pictures and pew pew.
Why
And
have we got no
exploded.
audio? I can see it wibbling the wibbly thing. Maybe the audience, can you tell us? Can you hear it and we just can't? Oh yeah, no, they can hear it. Hello, audience. Yes.
Okay.
Should we start that one again? Wonder why we can't hear it.
We don't need to restart that one again. We don't need that.
I thought you were doing a very good job.
No, they can't. Apparently, they can't hear it
No,
either.
they can't hear it either.
Right,
Not doing a very good job of anything.
Peter's going to be so disappointed, you know.
See, it was working. They all mistook Mia and Litherbreaker's perfect rendition of Beetlejude and Witherspoon.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's currently saying it is playing.
I can hear Helen eating something.
No.
No,
No,
it's
you
me.
can't.
Yes, I could.
Nuts.
It was something crunchy.
I've not
It's
had
me.
anything
It's me,
crunchy.
not Helen.
Oh.
Right, okay. Do we have any idea, Lithobreaker, so I can fix this or not? As to what
Your audio settings are wrong.
Yes, I gathered that one. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'm just
Sorry.
investigating.
Lift music. We need lift music.
Well, I am feeling really good about tonight's show.
Yeah. I mean, I know we normally say it'll come out in the edit, but if you edit this, there'll be nothing left.
I should have heard it for a second there. So I don't know what
you may have heard it for a second. There is an... Oh, crikey, there's a new one here now. Let's try... No.
Toggle the monitor on or off for it.
I'm toggling like mad.
Roloff's Horizons in hit 224
Yay!
and Grego's Survey in hit 1.
There we go.
Start it again.
Here we go. Ready?
Galnet News Update 25th of July 3310. Titan Thor is safe for at least another week after 64 systems remained under Stargoid control on Thursday morning. A Titan only becomes vulnerable when the systems it controls are taken back by avenging humans. There's still some fight left in Thor, but it has failed to invade any systems at all this week, so it's only a matter of 1 or 2 more weeks before we can start attacking its heat vents with nanite torpedoes. For now, attacking the Stargoids in the systems they control or undertaking missions at the 2 remaining Spire sites are some of the more exciting ways of softening Thor up. There are 4 controlled systems with active ground bases forming a human bridgehead in Stargoid territory that need defending. They are Montrose Works in Vipacnali, Baker Arsenal in Dankt Sailor, Roloff's Horizons in HIP 224 and Grego's Survey in HIP 19198. There are no missions to be had, but it's a fun and relatively gentle way to get used to zapping bugs.
I nearly
Yeah,
soiled my flight suit.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
was
Stargoid.
creepy.
That Stargoid noise was giving me a sore throat.
And anybody who's wondering about ECM and the amazing Tokuso provides the music for the Galnet News Digest as well. And thank you very much for the feedback. Yes, you can hear it now, and I'm sorry about that. It's that kind of week. Right.
Yeah, that was a slightly different prediction. I think the Spire sites are going to run out sooner rather than later. I don't think they're going to last. It would be 1 or 2 more weeks if we had more of them, but I think it's going to be a little bit longer than that.
Okay. Well, we shall see. But next week we can discuss this at length, or in a bit. We've got a couple of people in the green room who are eager to get in here as well. So would somebody like to grab them by the diddly-doo-dahs and
Are they
haul
actually?
a pair of them?
Are they actually eager, or have they just been dragged in off the street? Have they
Eager
just
and
come
willing.
in?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget that someone's got to fiddle with Vulkarius's magical thingy.
Magical button, yes. Who's got Vulkarius' magic button handy? Oh, there we go.
It's in the
I've
chest.
always got it. Yeah.
Did you get all of them? You did. You did.
Mm.
So, assuming
I
your
did.
PC doesn't overheat, apology officer.
Yes. So it's me to speak to Aidan. Commander Aidan, how are you doing?
I'm shooting people in Narnia.
Good.
For you.
Good. Are you shooting the correct people in Narnia? It's all going quiet. He hasn't checked that one.
Nobody said they were correct people.
Yeah.
Maybe he's checking now.
Oh no, I was trying to get rid of the last few people, and then
report in.
rocket at me, and
Yeah.
my shields failed.
That's very rude of them.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah. Yeah. You should complain. Write a long, strongly worded letter to the supervisor.
I was going to, make sure that my displeasure was felt by writing a strongly worded letter to Points of View.
Oh, steady on. Steady on. There's no need to go to Points of View. Not just yet. That's sort of the nuclear option.
Your point?
Yeah. I don't know who's doing Points of View anymore.
I don't think they are.
Oh.
I think you'll find it's line of sight that you're referring to.
Yes, line of sight. That's it.
Points.
Yeah. Well, sight lines. Yeah.
So other than shooting up people who may or may not be innocent or may or may not be guilty in Narnia, what else have you been up to this week?
Not really doing much. I've acquired the requisite Naga chili scratchings for.
Oh yes.
Love Naga chili.
Yes.
Naga chili is so good.
Yes. I've discovered a new one this week. Is you probably all heard of it, but I don't know much about these things. Is the Trinidad scorpion?
Never heard of it. Want to try it?
Oh, that's new.
I tried that in a chili jam. It was one of those ones that gets hot and then stays hot and won't go away. It outstays its welcome.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
be on the lookout for that.
Well, no, I was down at my mum's a couple of weekends ago, and we went to the seafood festival, and the bunch I got the last step from had a stall there, so I went, okay, well, I know some people that I'm going to be seeing in about a month's time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I shall get a big bag of the stuff.
Yeah, and you managed to hang on to them.
Well, yeah, I don't eat the Naga chili ones because I'm a different sort of insane.
Yes, and definitely don't eat the dust.
It burns, the ring of
the
fire.
Naga chili.
Well, that's what I've got you lot for. You're the taste testers and ablative armor.
There may have been a certain mad monk of Van Mana and I overindulged at one fantastic on those things, and we both gave each other a look the next day, and it spoke volumes. Yes, about the pain we were in.
It's not the only thing that was speaking volumes.
No, but yeah, no, I will be bringing that along for ECM.
Yeah, that will be good. That'll be fun.
But other than that, did a little bit for Operation Taking the P.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things that you've got to be read into.
Yes.
And you just have to, read.
Yes. Never heard of the thing. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
No.
And that's it then.
Yeah, and that's it really for the mug for me.
For the mug.
And then it's me talking to Jackman. Hello, Jackman.
Hello, how is everyone?
Oh,
I
haven't
can't
heard from
speak
you
for
in a while.
everyone, but
Well, I'm okay. I ain't been doing a lot, really, to be honest with you. Just looking forward to ECM. That's it, really.
oh, nice. You're coming to ECM.
Yes, again.
Oh, nice. Were you there last
Commander
year?
Jackman's a regular.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am.
Nice. Are you excited?
Yes.
Yeah, because you signed it.
I can.
He was until he heard about the food that was being provided.
Yes. Yeah.
I've had
I
that
know,
before.
right? No lamb chops.
No, it
Sucks.
was the Naga chili bits that were the worry.
It's the Naga chili bits that are giving him the fear.
Naga
No,
chili's lovely. I don't know what you're all going on about. It's delicious.
I
Especially nice on chicken.
don't think my backside will enjoy that.
Yeah, well, it doesn't need to find out for a few hours, does it?
Oh, dear.
Surprise!
Yes, it
Oh,
would be.
It's so good to know that you're going. Have you been doing anything in game?
I've done the CG the last CG.
Oh yeah, did you get anything good?
No.
No.
Well, you would have got at least one of the things, wouldn't you, for delivering
Yeah.
one bit?
In fact, no, you get two things. You'd have got the paint job and one cargo rack.
Well, yeah, all right, I got that, but I haven't been in game for 4 weeks. This took a lot of holiday from it, shall we say. But yeah, so main thing today is I bought a new gaming chair.
Oh, nice. What kind?
Acer Predator.
Acer's a good brand. Very sturdy.
Yes, it is, and it does my back really good.
Mm.
And
I need to get a new one myself.
I had an old IKEA one, and it creaked.
So
Really
you
badly.
wouldn't recommend the IKEA ones? I've
And
never had
we're-
an
No.
IKEA one, so.
Never
And we're
mind.
sure that was the chair that was creaking and not your back.
It could have been both, actually. Knowing my back,
Yeah.
if we mean yeah.
He knows your back.
I've overstepped my limits here, I know that.
Anyway,
That never happens on this show.
no, definitely never. Right, as to say, for the mug. I'll see you.
For the mug.
Looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks, mate.
Cheers. See you soon. Bye.
Take care of it.
Cheers.
Which means it's me to Flossy. Flossy,
Hello.
what's been going on with you?
Oh, well, I did do some of the missions for getting Norway last week to help us win the election.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So you've been having a good flush there. Good, good.
Mostly just doing the, courier runs with the poll data, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done any good CGs recently?
Yeah, I did the last CG. I got the top 50%. I didn't
Nice.
think I was going to, but then when things changed and
And everybody joined in.
everything's the thing kept dropping. The what you call it, the threshold.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Threshold kept dropping,
Yeah.
and I ended up back in 50% again, and ended up with 2 cargo rocks, which I don't know what I'm going to do with because I never do these hazardous
cargo.
things.
Well, they carry normal cargo as well.
Yeah.
Well, if you were listening to the news earlier, Flossy, you go and get yourself a giant space hoover and go and help LCU hoover the space lanes.
Hoover the space lanes.
Yeah. Other
that
brands
news
may be
article
available,
sucks, to
I'm
be
pretty
honest.
sure it said. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's no
they're all
Stargoid
crap when you
around.
compare them to Hoovers.
No, but there is an
Okay.
AI controller called Dust E.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a Lady Dusty? Or
No,
is
that's
it a
an
Lord
MR
Dusty?
Dust E.
Oh, it's an MR Dusty, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I did that. And I've also finished my cross stitch. sampler.
Ooh,
Yes.
super.
And framed it, so it's all ready for the big day.
Yay!
Yeah.
I've always found that to be really difficult, that framing them well. just getting them stretched onto them. It's not me. My wife cross stitches quite a bit, and getting them stretched properly on the frame so they lie flat and look good was always a challenge.
Well, I don't use frames. I can't use them. I just use freehand.
Yeah.
I just hold it in my hand and do it.
Yeah. But do you have to stretch them out to put them into a frame then?
Yeah, you just sort of stretch it when you're framing, but you lace in the back.
Yeah, but when you're putting it into a picture frame for display?
Yes, I've put it in a picture frame, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And did it need stretched out for that? How do you get it to stay flat?
Well, I said you lace the back of it sort of on the
like a corset.
Turn the material over onto the card.
Yeah.
And pieces of cotton back and forward across the back and up and down across the back. So it's like a lace.
Yeah.
And it pulls it in all directions then.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. And then just turn it over and put it on the frame.
Super.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I've got myself a nice new frame for it.
Have you worked out which wall it's going on?
Not yet, because I'll probably bring it down to ECM first.
Yeah.
Super. Look forward to seeing it.
Seems it's happening while we're there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to send me a picture.
Oh yes, I will, won't I?
Yeah.
Why aren't you? Oh, I don't know.
No, I don't know.
We need to get a virtual mirror on this thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will send you a picture, Mia.
Yes.
Yes. In fact, I might send it before. So you get a preview of it.
I'll be embargoed then. I'm quite happy to be embargoed for that
one. So that's about it, I think. So that'll be for the mug.
For the mug. So Vulkarius to Vinge Teton.
I'm going to ask 21 the most optimistic question in the galaxy. Has 21 got a chance to fly this month?
21. Well, apart from being out in New Africa trying to rescue Amelia, and then knee deep in ECM things, no, I haven't.
Yeah, I thought not. So ECM then.
So yeah, I've been ECMing. I've been sorting out raffly bits and retro bits and stuff to go on with the day, and chasing up, trying to work out who's booked and which payment. Oh my goodness, trying to wrangle somebody saying no, I'm paying online, and then money comes via carrier pigeon and with no name on it. And trying to work out whose pennies those were that came by carrier pigeon, that kind of thing. Trying to get ready for...
Well, you could use the pigeonhole principle if you get the same number of payments. I don't know, that was a bad idea.
No, it especially when the amount doesn't add up. Oh, I've chucked an extra tenner in for the inconvenience, and it's okay, that doesn't balance now. I mean, it's great because the charity gets more money, but yeah, I've been
Thank you, bugger.
In touch with various people in the hotel and doing some wrangling. We had a meeting on Sunday, and then I was at the Eastleigh Mellor. I went and worked and lent a hand at the local Mellor festival.
We have one of those in Glasgow.
And it was fantastic fun. The sun came out, the music was awesome, the food, oh my goodness, the food was incredible. So the guys that are doing all of our AV equipment for ECM, sort of a bit of a quid pro quo, I went and lent them a hand for the day. And
yeah, that's smart. Yeah,
did my sort of impression of a traffic cone when we went to do our breakdown at the end of the event. And the exit, gate 1, was right next to the back of a large Sainsbury's nearby, and they decided to start doing a refit and had 6 articulated lorries and associated forklifts working across the main site access for our event. And I had 80 cars coming in, or vans to come and pick up all the bits from the event. And that was a challenge.
But the takeaway from that is that the takeaway from that is you got audio sorted.
The takeaway from that is, yes, I definitely earned the audio. Nobody got speared by a forklift, even though they were hooning around at great speed. And nobody went under the forklift truck. And the irritating thing is that they had notified the local council that they were doing the loadout, and just in case there was a problem, and to tell the council to let them know. And the council went, no, it's fine. And then the council didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'd done our bit right, and they'd done their bit right, and yes, somebody had let us down. So, yeah, that was a bit more layer at the end of the day than I expected. Only, I mean, it was cracking good fun. The bands were great. I mean, my inner hippie, it feels good when there's an event like that. Loads of families, everybody chilled out, properly multicultural. We had Chinese dragons right through. We had the Gurkhas lending us a hand, so all the ex-service Gurkhas came down as sort of runners and helpers and lent us a hand as well. There was a bit of Bollywood, there was some belly dancing, there was a bit of Bhangra from the stage.
And that was just you.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
That was my belly.
That was my belly.
It was just really nice to see. You know, you get the flavour and culture from all over the world, sort of condensing itself into one little park, and everybody had a fantastic day. I took some photographs while I was there as well, and yeah, it was a fantastic day. It didn't feel like work, put it that way, even though I was. But and that's for the guys that are doing our AV, and a couple of them are going to be coming down in person as well to the event. They're the guys who are also doing the Age of Empires.
What was that? You mentioned it earlier in the show, but I've no idea where.
Basically, there's three of them coming who are regular. They play all the time on Age of Empires, so they're firing up a little table with a spare fourth laptop and challenging people to come and beat them up in Age of Empires from one of the tables.
Yeah, I never really got into that. I knew a lot of people that did, but I was playing first person shooters.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I've been talking to sort of various names from back in the day in Elite and wrangling a few special treats for everybody.
Now, does back in the day, that I presume you don't mean like 2014 there, you mean like 1984 or 1985?
No, I'm meaning back in the day from Elite Dangerous terms, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So there'll be some hopefully some nice surprises for everybody when we get to the event, and trying to work out how to do our virtual page from Special Effect. And
that is a point actually, because Elite Dangerous does turn 10 years old. Was it released like November 2014?
It's this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hence why trying to hunt down some names from back in the day, shall we say?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, been doing that, trying to work out how to get a virtual page. Lithobreaker and I have been talking about with a few of the guys on and how we're going to manage it while being able to hear Paige while she's beating you all up in Gang Beasts and Stick Fight and all these games. Whether we do a silent cinema style where everybody's sort of laughing and beating each other up while wearing headphones or what. We're still working on that bit. So yeah, I've been sort of getting that ready. Had to build a new bedroom for my son because he's getting all gangly in legs and arms and doesn't fit in his tiny little bed anymore, so he's got to have a proper sized one. So yeah, just household tasks and programming on the app, of course, which is I'm hoping I can release tomorrow. I'm hoping.
Now, which app was this then?
This is the one that lets you control voice attack using your mobile phone. So you've got a bit like a Stream Deck, but on your mobile phone, and you can mash a button and it carries out all the commands that you've got programmed into your voice attack for HCS, but also for any voice attack plugin. So getting the auto discovery. So when you put it on, it knows which machine's running voice attack, and then you can load up the buttons, and yeah, you can turn your screen and it doesn't go pear shaped. You got different profiles in it, so you can have one for Elite and one for that other game that we don't really mention, and one for X4, and yeah, you get the idea. Helldivers, that sort of thing. And it's been an extensive testing while I've been away on holiday. A couple of rough edges needed knocking off at the start of this week, and I'm hoping we can release it tomorrow. Just trying to get through the how to get them to download the app bit and the APK to two different devices in one email. So that's the stage we're at. And writing the manual, of course, which involves put button, push button, laugh. I think is about the size of it. But that's been an interesting exercise, learning how to program apps and make them work on all sorts. Going all the way back to Android, I think we go all the way back to Android 7.
See, I looked at Android in something like 2012. I knew it for about 6 months. I stopped. I moved on. It moved on. I have no idea anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I tried using code and it kept saying that's been deprecated. As cheers, guys. Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I've been up to. So it's sort of Elite related, but not actually flying a spaceship. I'm hoping to next week Get a bit of footage to put on screen of a few bits and bobs, but yeah, no promises.
Hopefully if that releases well, hopefully you'll have the whole 2 weeks to set up ECM, because I know there's a ton of stuff to do.
Well, the last 2 software releases I did needed 0 support after release, so I'm due for a bit of a mare on this one.
You think the law of averages is going to screw you on this one?
Yeah, it's been saving it up especially for this one. The Stream Deck app and the Keybind app for Star Citizen needed 0 support, which staggered me. But this one's lining it up for a busy week, I'd imagine. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. So other than that, for me, it's a for the mug.
Oh, that means it's me to speak to Amelia.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you
doing? No, I'll ask the questions.
You'll ask the questions. Okay,
I'll ask the
enough.
questions here.
Question 1.
What have you been doing? Get on with it.
I am good, and I have
No. You're well. We know you're not good.
I am well.
Yes.
And I have been doing lots and lots of things.
Yes. Are any of them
so many things?
Are any of them elite related?
No.
Okay.
Well, technically, yes. Technically.
Oh, let's start with that one then.
Right. So this is technically elite related because I have been trying to train Mooncake to go in her harness in preparation for ECM. Technically.
Oh, yeah.
Technically,
that's actually elite related, I would say.
Although I'm sure she has a secret supply of pixie dust that enables her to do an instant 180-degree turn and catapult herself at my face every time I try and put her in one of these harnesses.
Yeah.
It's been a year now. She's not having it.
No.
So
welding gloves is the only way.
Yeah.
And a welding mask.
I don't think any of that's going to work with me.
Like, oh no, my mum's got the welding mask on again. I'm going to my harness.
But it looks like I'm also going to be prepping role plays for ECM as well.
Ooh.
Because it looks as though we're going to, get a little role play going.
What
Traveller.
kind of little? Oh, Traveller. Yep.
Yeah, probably Traveller.
No, not that kind, Mia.
What? No, I knew it was going to be an RPG. Honest.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Really though?
Really?
Did you? Aye.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm probably going to get about. I'm going to do like a mini scenario, something that we can fit in one afternoon, like. Do it from like lunch to dinner or something like that.
Sounds
maybe
like character creation.
No. Character creation. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pre-make like a dozen characters, and then everyone can just pick one.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
And maybe get about 6 to 8 people. I know that's quite a large group for an RPG, but it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, I love the character creation in Traveller, but you could just spend the whole afternoon just doing that. Yeah. It's addictive. It's
very addictive.
It's like a game in its own. Can I live through this?
I think Dave said he was going to arrange something about people being able to sign up in advance. Yeah, Dave? Dave?
He's wandered off. Either that, he's muted
himself.
I'm
here. Yeah, yes, it's on my list of things to sort. So I was just getting the orbiting camera of the orbital going while you were talking there.
Have you got to give it a good spin?
Yeah, I'm just.
You've got to wind it up first.
Yeah.
I'm cranking the handle as we speak. I can see one of the gun platforms now. Yes, I am. I'm definitely prepping, encouraging people to sign up for the role playing bits and bobs in advance. Yep.
I think that's I think that one is the Wraith Bobby B Memorial gun platform. That's the one that used to always kill him as he dropped out of Super Cruise.
But yeah, I always appreciate it when Dave does stuff like this because it's one less thing for me to do, and I don't like doing things.
Oh God, no.
No. So yeah, there's that. I've been writing a lot lately. I think 2 of my articles are being published in the JTAS that's coming up.
Oh, very fancy.
Something like that.
Oh, I saw that. It's going live sometime for a backing, isn't it? The 3rd.
Yeah, but I've already written articles for it and handed them in. So.
No, but is it when's that being released for backing or doing or something?
Oh, I have no idea. I can check for you if you like.
You can ask and wife.
Are we allowed to see what the? I think you'll find her name is and wife.
Well, I mean, I don't think she's working on the project.
Yeah.
So,
are you allowed to say what your articles are about?
I guess I could. You know,
could.
They're about Traveller.
I could. I mean, one is a rule system about ship aesthetics.
Mm-hmm.
And another is a mini scenario.
Ooh, mini scenarios are always good.
It's the backing starts in 9 days.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I will put a link. I don't like linking.
Do the link.
I'll do the link. All right, I'm linking it in Twitch now.
Awesome.
Just in case anyone's interested. But yeah, it's for Traveller RPG. Did some writing for that.
GTAS is a journal of the Travellers' Aid Society.
Yes, the third collection.
Yeah, because I remember you talking about it before.
Well, that's because I worked on the last one. I used to work for Mongoose, and I did the last JTAS too.
Yes.
But I don't work for Mongoose anymore. But
I still do JTAS.
I know. I'm still an independent writer, so why not? You know, I wrote up a bundle of rules. Why not? You know, because I mean, they can't be used for any other roleplay. At least, well, I mean, not without a lot of work and tweaking. Yeah. Be as well just handing them over and saying, "Hey, give me money."
Yeah, absolutely.
So
if they're ready to go and you're happy with them and you want to share them, that's the way to do it.
Yeah. And I've been playing a lot of Starfield.
Oh, have you now?
I have.
Is it good? Well, it would be if you played a lot. Yeah, I was going to say if you played a lot, you would like it.
But I haven't been playing Elite Dangerous because I find Elite Dangerous hard to pick up and put down for small bouts.
Yeah.
If I start on Elite Dangerous, that's it. The day.
Yeah, you're there for hours and hours and days and days.
Yeah. So I need something that I can save wherever I am, and just play for like an hour here, half hour there.
Yes. Casual gaming.
Starfield has been filling that gap lately.
Okay.
But yeah, so all of that. Oh, and I had a haircut.
You've had a haircut?
I had a haircut today.
Nice.
Yeah, in preparation for ECM because I wanted to look smart.
Yeah. Haircut.
I don't think it's going to work, but
it'll contribute. It can only do so much for you though. You need to see. Did you?
You did today?
A couple of weeks ago, but I'll be getting it done again before ECM.
I got mine cut a couple of weeks ago, and I looked smart.
See,
people went, happy haircut, you look smart. And I went, oh, thank you very much. Not anymore. Starting to do its own thing now.
I never like it when it's freshly cut. That's why I did it today, because now it's got like a week or two to settle.
Yeah.
This is all planned for ECM, because ECM is the big event.
Yeah, I find every time I get mine cut, there's more white.
That's what hair dye is for.
Oh, it's like, I see. Oh, right, it's going down like that, is it?
But you see, this is why you go to salon and you say,
yes.
Kill the grey.
Yeah, kill the grey. I want it that colour, not that colour.
Yep.
Yep.
And we have this wonderful technology called hair dye.
Oh, I'm just embracing the silver fox thing these days.
How's that going for you?
Well, I'm getting more silver every day. I've just backed it. I just put pennies in, Amelia.
It's gone more silver and not so much on the Foxy.
Did you got the first one and the second one, didn't you?
Yeah. I've just backed your third one because you said
you've
written in it. Well, no,
I've written articles in it.
Just because you've written articles in it, I've backed it. There we go.
Yay! I'm not the layout artist and graphic designer like I was last time.
Oh, I will be judging it in that case. I will judge it.
Yeah, judge it harshly. Do indeed judge it harshly.
Yes.
Spare no quarter.
No, I've only backed it because you've got articles in it.
Without fear or favour.
And that because I'm a completionist and I don't like gaps on my shelf.
Be very vocal about all the discrepancies you spot.
It's not very popular either. It's only 6.5 times oversubscribed.
Only 6.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
947 people have backed it so far. There are 9 days to go. If you want to read some of Amelia's words, but they're not all hers, then yes, the link is in the chat channel.
I don't think I've actually included any of my... Let's see the pictures. I haven't actually looked at this yet. I don't care.
It's not my job anymore. Yeah.
No, it's not my job anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do it. People pay you to do that stuff. Don't do it for free.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I submitted the articles because the rules are written for Traveller.
Yeah.
And so it is for Traveller. So be as well making some money out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, you'll see my name probably a couple of times, maybe. I don't know where they're putting the articles, and I don't have anything to say in the artwork or the layout or anything this time around. So I don't even know what pictures they're gonna shove in there to make it.
You're all about the content.
Yep. So
nice.
Don't know what it's gonna be like. We'll.
Your bits will be brilliant, quite frankly.
Yeah, well, they'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I wrote 3 articles in JTAS 2 as well, but I didn't get to put my name in the credits as a writer because I was a graphic designer and the layout artist. So,
yeah.
But yeah, the first 3 articles in JTAS issue 12 are mine.
Woo!
And
it'll go rapidly downhill for there.
Yeah.
We anticipate it'll go rapidly downhill from there. Let's not be so judgmental.
But yes. I mean, if they already got like a buttload of ships and stuff for the book. So otherwise, I would have submitted the Hutton class hauler, which is a ship I made for Traveller, wrote up and everything. But they didn't need any more ships, so that one's not getting published. I'm sorry.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe in the next JTAS.
Yes, just sneak it in there.
Yeah, we'll get it in somewhere. It's written up. It just needs a place.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to say good. For the mug because I think I've talked long enough.
You think?
I think.
For the mug.
For the mug.
Psst, Flossy.
Flossy.
Yes, it's me to talk to Vulkarius when I find the right keyboard. And how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing very well. Although I'm not going to have my hair cut before ECM. Unfortunately, or I'm pleased to.
Are you going to have somebody else's hair cut before ECM?
No.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember my. Do you remember my hair from the previous one? Either of you, I suppose. Yeah, I haven't cut it since then.
I'm determined not to look like I did last time. Little old lady next to Norman Lovett. Oh gosh. Oh.
Well, Norman Lovett won't be there, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
How do you know Norman Lovett won't be there?
I don't know.
Because he's been once. Would you get back to that? Oh, you would.
Of course I would. No, I've had an email from Norman. I've had an email from Norman asking if he can come back this year.
Oh, great.
Oh, nice.
Anyway, as Danny from Withnell and I says, by the way, about the hair are your aerials. They pick up signals from the cosmos and transmit them directly into the brain. Or as Ralph Brown said it in his accent, not mine. Anyway, I'll go quiet again.
I need to change my picture on here because I now have a bob. A bob, yes.
Where did you find him?
Well, actually, I'm married to one, but
Yes.
No, when I got my hair done last time, I said, you should be talking, shouldn't you?
No, go on.
I want something a bit different. So she said, oh, we'll try a bob. So that's what I've got. But I've had to buy some straighteners.
You need a new Hollow Me then. You need a new Hollow Me in game.
I got some new glasses as well, so I'm hoping it's a better look this way.
You better wear a big name badge so we know it's you.
Anyway, Vulkarius. We're talking about you, not me.
Yes, that's their fault. I think the apology officer should apologise for that later. But yeah, in any case, I'm going to thank you personally for the community goal because obviously you set it up, and now our entire wing has the double corrosive cargo rack. We do know
brilliant.
what to do with them. We use them pretty much every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps a lot with clearing away all those control systems. So we can get through it a lot. Well, yeah, we can get through it
if I
quicker.
can do stuff without meeting Stargoids, I don't mind doing that. But...
let's see. Well, if you've got the Titans that have already been destroyed. The longer they, I think, well, it could be a limit on this, but the longer they're just floating around dead, the kind of more picked apart they get. So you can actually visit them. There's a bunch of salvage you can get. I think if you don't touch bio storage capsules, you should be fine. If a Stargoid arrives, it's because some pirate or some other arbitrary scavenger there has collected a bio storage capsule. It'll just be a scythe trying to get it back.
Oh, right. Well,
but
I think I'll find some other things to do. Thank you.
No, it is totally no problem. Like even if you did, the worst that'll happen is that the scythe will just take it from you. It's not actually going to kill you.
All right.
So,
Won't get attacked.
but yeah, what we do is we have these anacondas. They were just covered with the Class 4 cargo racks and one Universal Olympic controller and 3 to 4 Research Olympic controllers. And we do a little regeneration square, and we just get loads and loads of tissue samples. So yeah, it's helped a lot with that. That's boosted. We've also increased how many research controllers we carry. So
Glad they've been useful.
Oh yeah, incredibly useful. We've gone the whole it's like 1.5 years when we know it was like the top 10% from some arbitrary goal we had no interest in before. And now it's the most. Around the end of January last year, that was that Frameshift Live with Darren on when he announced the whole salvage thing. It then became the best possible item that we can't get. So. But yeah, so we're quite happy that we got 2 of them now.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And yeah, as 21 mentioned earlier, I've got my. I'm still working out some emergent gameplay, which is kind of good when it happens. This is my little puzzle game, by the way, which I've still got 2 demo units. I'm still bringing them to ECM. I'm gonna one way or another. Everyone at ECM is going to get access to a downloadable version, in addition to being able to try them. Probably, having thought about it a bit, if I can pester 21 at some point, just for a badge name list. I think it'll be best just with that, and then I'll generate some portal keys for everyone to download those.
Oh, nice.
The emergent gameplay is good because when it happens, it's like, okay, I know I don't want it to do that, but it makes me think about, okay, what should it do when you activate 2 arrows at the same time and it pushes the same cube around? Like, what should happen? I've got a little test where originally one of the arrows would win, which I didn't like. Now it pushes them diagonally. So now I've got diagonal pushing in the game, which means now I can base a new type of puzzle around exactly that. So it's been pretty good. It's not the only example. At the moment, I'm trying to work out what should happen when you push an activated cube into another activated cube.
Explosions. We need more explosions.
Explosive pyrotechnics.
So what I think I'm going to go for is, if they're not the red ones like you see there, if you haven't committed them to the angry red ones, if they're just blue ones, pushing them together, I'm thinking to do if I use my explosion shader and adjust it down a lot and make it blue, like a burst of smoke coming from them, and turn them into the diamonds, which have weak beams. So like they're 2 beams that would normally suppress each other, but if you push them together, they become weak beams. They go pop. And certainly I haven't at the moment. I haven't toyed around with pushing the red ones, but there's some scope for pushing two reds together and making them explode. I'm going to try and get that working certainly before ECM. No promises. The whole thing will work without being able to do that, but it would be nice if it could.
Yeah, I managed to get it on screen for you as you were talking there. I had it in my back
pocket.
Yeah,
I know it's the old video. I've put some more pictures up on the forum of some of the other.
And anybody who's not going to be there, by the way, we are going to put it out to screen at some point on the main viewer as well, just to actually show. If you don't mind, you actually demonstrating it for a couple of minutes. If you wouldn't mind hopping on the machine and giving us a quick run through live on the stream.
Well, let's see if you want to. I need to think about that. So that's probably best done not from one of the demo units, but
from the main stage.
Yeah. I was going to say I do have my development laptop as well.
We can always come up with something, but
that'll be more appropriate for running it, I think.
I do like playing Sudoku, but that looks too complicated for me.
So I don't know how much I've explained that. So any 3x3, like 9x9 Sudoku maps to a 9x9x9 puzzle in this. It's the same thing, right? So each layer is one number. So that layer right now is the 3s. So if by tapping one of those, energizing one of those blocks on the 3s layer, you're just writing a 3 into the grid.
Right.
That's all it is. It was inspired by a particular Sudoku strategy, which I'll not go into here. But the whole 3D thing, like thinking of it as a 3D cube, that's where I got the entire idea to start.
I can't even play chess, so I've got no chance of that.
Oh well, it's very different. Sudoku's
still
very,
looking
very...
too far ahead, too deep.
How well does it run on a Steam Deck?
Say again.
How well does it run on a Steam Deck?
That's the thing. Now, I was gonna. I mentioned that briefly on the forum thread. I don't know because I don't have one, but I do have a Linux and a Windows build. So I presume just copying the Linux one to it and running it on the Steam Deck. We'll have to see what happens. Actually, we should probably fiddle the. It'd be wise not to throw the normal config file at it. We should fiddle it to match like the Steam Deck's screen dimension and such. I don't know how the Steam Deck handles a mouse. Right now it's so the controls are left tap, right tap, and scroll wheel.
Oh, it has a touchpad and things. And you can emulate any devices you want. Or to be fair, you can use a mouse if you really wanted to as well. I'll bring mine along for you.
It sounds like a few people are. So it was Roots Rat on the forum said there'll be at least one Steam Deck present, and it sounds like we're going to have 3 now. So,
well, that mine will be there, so that'll be 4. Flossy will probably bring hers, that'll be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure someone's going to will be up for volunteering their Steam Deck for my test purposes. But
I'm sure that could be arranged.
Showing mine off last time, Miss Norman.
I've added another type of block as well. So those blocks are all they're all orthogonal. I've added a little spinning shard thing that only sends a laser one way. So I'm hoping to turn that into yet another type of puzzle to be able to do. So.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Vulkarius.
Okay.
I think I've got to interrogate if the apology office hasn't blown up or melted yet.
No, I've done neither.
You've done neither.
Yeah.
Cough, ahem, cough for the mug.
Oh, what?
Oh, for the mug!
Thank you, Vulkarius, for the mug.
Wait, so is it you checking on me?
I was just checking on you before you blew up, that was all. Your PC melted.
Yeah. No, it's been fine now. But I can see there's a Windows update pending, so who knows what it'll be like from now on. I haven't been in game much, to be honest. I wanted to go and do some of the Noe stuff, but I just never get round to it. But it was interesting you saying you were building stuff before, because I have built myself a new Billy bookcase with Oxberg doors from IKEA. So I have a Billy Oxberg now. And
you have an extra Billy?
Yeah, it's a 2 meter Billy. It's bigger than me. And and I've put all my bus models and things into that, and it looks very fancy. So stuff like that. Not much in game at all, I'm afraid. Just pottering about, doing stuff. And that's it. So just a short for the mug for me.
Oh, right, okay. Well, look, we managed to get through a show without melting you, which is super splendid.
Yes, for the moment it's going well.
For the moment.
So, yeah, for the mug.
It bodes. For the mug, okay.
For the mug! Amelia!
Oh, it's me, to speak to Lithobreaker.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Knackered. I am sleeping so well since I got home.
I bet. How was the trip?
The trips went really smoothly. Everything work-wise is going very well. Everything food-wise is going very deliciously. My waist is expanding rapidly, and yeah.
We saw pictures. It looked delicious.
It was.
It looked very
only
delicious.
once I nearly set the hotel on fire by ordering a pizza.
Okay, you're going to have to elaborate on that.
We discovered why the French always undercook everything. I ordered a pizza. That was not a problem. I saw it go in the pizza oven. And about 12 minutes later, somebody sprinted towards the oven, whispering, "Merde, merde, merde," under their breath, opened the door of the pizza oven to a cloud of smoke that set off the smoke detector above it, which, of course, being a hotel bar in a hotel, set off the fire alarm for the entire hotel. Now the staff are definitely wafting the smoke away, pulling this blackened, crispy thing out of the oven that was definitely not typically French undercooked. It was interesting. But it was all good. And the woman at the front desk was phoning the fire brigade to say, no, it's a false alarm. We know exactly what caused it and everything's fine. And the guests were laughing in the bar and because they could see the smoke and where it was coming from. And there were people coming down the stairs looking confused. It was great fun.
Did you at least get a fresh pizza?
I did, yes. They cooked me a fresh one afterwards.
Oh, good.
And they were very apologetic about the delay.
Did you get like a free dessert or something because of the delay?
No, it wasn't that long a delay. It was only about 10 minutes later, and they just kept my drink topped up, so that was fine.
Oh, okay.
And they make a mean mojito, so I was very, very happy with that.
What was the place you were in again?
That was the Novotel in the centre of Toulouse.
Toulouse.
So they do great mojitos, but watch out for the pizzas.
And great sausages, apparently, as well.
Oh, yes. Well, it's the Saucisse Toulouse is the local one of the local specialities. The other one being duck, which, they know how to cook duck there. And that one they do properly undercook, so it's absolutely amazing. Delicious.
Sounds like we need to do a road trip to Toulouse.
Well, I can recommend some good spots for you. I've been often enough. I think I've eaten in half the restaurants there now.
So you haven't had much time to game?
Not a lot, no.
Have you done any gaming since you got back?
Not a lot, no. I don't remember the last time I logged into Elite. In fact, I don't think I'm even up to current update, so I'll have to try and fix that now I'm home for at least a week or two. Because the good news is I'm not going back next week, which is good. They might want me to go back the week after.
What, to Toulouse again?
Yeah, which ends at ECM. So they'll be getting a nasty surprise when I say that I can do half a week, and then they could go and do one because I'm flying home on the Thursday. Yeah, because I normally fly out on a Sunday and fly back on a Saturday, so I get a full week over there. But this time, not so much.
Are they usually all right when it comes to...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got the days booked off for ECM, and it's all good. And I've got days booked off for a holiday later in the year, and that's all good. And I've never had a holiday rejected, even when it means that the company has to change plans around it. And they ask a lot of me while I'm working, but they're very happy to give me the time off whenever I want it. So,
oh, bless, that's good.
Yeah, it's nice. I've got a very understanding boss.
So, have you had a haircut in preparation for ECM?
No, I have not. I probably should because it's been a fair few weeks since my last one, but you'll see when I get there whether I have or not.
Wouldn't it be funny if everyone showed up and we all got fresh haircuts?
Are you looking through your fringe, Jim?
Not quite.
Yeah, that's probably time for a haircut, mate.
Yeah, 2 weeks and it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely need a shave before then.
Just the one.
It's getting scruffy. Oh yeah, I only shave about once every week or two. It's more of a trim than a shave.
Have you grown a beard?
Yes.
I don't think I've seen
I
you with
waited
a beard.
until everybody started shaving off their lockdown beards, and then I grew one.
I don't think I've seen you with a beard yet.
Yeah, I had a CCM last year.
But it's grey, so it just blends in.
Yeah, it's the same colour as my skin, so you just can't see it.
So, are you all prepped?
For ECM?
Yeah.
I flew back into the country on middle of Saturday. Slept a bit more. Woke up on Sunday to find I had a message on Discord to say the next update meeting for the ECM organisers is Sunday evening, and thought, oh crap, that's quite soon, isn't it? So, I'm totally prepped, honest. Next week, I need to get all the networking gear out and make sure that there's no spiders taking up nesting in it. So.
Well, if there's anything I can help with.
What could possibly go wrong?
Do you want the list?
No, I don't. I want to sleep tonight.
No, we'll be fine. The gear is all safely boxed up from last year, so there's not going to be any problems with it. And I've got spares of pretty much everything that I need. So,
do you read the notification that Dave is putting on TeamSpeak right now?
Dave is putting on TeamSpeak right now. Ooh. No, I did not. Interesting.
Well, this is your moment. Do you want to announce?
This is your moment, and I'm not going to interrupt, but we do have a Stargoid on final approach to Hutton using Super Cruise Overdrive live on stream.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes.
Yeah.
No, he's cleared
case,
point
for the mug, let's raid.
I was going to say, we need to, if we want to catch him and raid his stream so we can actually see him on final approach, we might have to hustle along a tiny bit. Sorry to...
we can't do that until you releases, Jim.
He's just reloading. He's at 0.13. He was at 0.15 a second ago. And he's just refueling and coming in at speed live on stream that we can go
Jim,
and
you need to say the magic words to releases.
Yeah, you got to say the magic words, Jim.
Let me think. For the mug.
Yeah!
Mug!
Go!
That's it. We're going to be going over live to raid the Stargoid as soon as the credits are finished. So hang around, raid the Stargoid, and watch what's the award-winning super fastest trip to Hutton Orbital actually looks like in progress.
Started.
It started. Well, he's 0.13 away now.
No, have the credits started?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Go,
anyway,
go.
Right, see you all next week.
Press the
Bye-bye.
buttons.
Bye. For the mug.
Well, I fired up my sidewinder, feeling mighty bold. Heard tales of anacondas worth their weight in gold. Said I'll head to Hutton Orbital and make my fortune grand. But little did I know, it weren't quite as I planned. Oh, I flew to Hutton Orbital in my little ship so tight, through the void of space on that long dark night. But when I arrived, what did I see? Just a little old mug staring back at me. They said, come to Hutton, son, and get your big reward. An anaconda ship, you'll be the envy of the board. But as I landed gently, my dreams began to fade. For all I got was a mug and the memories we made. Oh, I flew to Hutton Orbital in my little ship so tight, through the void of space on that long dark night. But when I arrived, what did I see? Just a little old mug staring back at me. Now I ain't one for complaining about the way things go, but I sure thought I'd strike it rich at that Hutton show. So I'll raise my mug up high and I'll toast to the sky, for the mug will cry as the stars roll by. Oh, I flew to Hutton Orbital in my little ship so tight, through the void of space on that long dark night. But when I arrived, what did I see? Just a little old mug staring back at me. So here's to all you pilots dreaming big and bold. Just remember, at Hutton, your fortune might not unfold, but take it in your stride and enjoy the ride, for the mug will shout with country pride. For the mug.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of the show. Everyone's buggered off now, so why don't you bugger off too?